Okay, the research essay. This is the assignment that will take up the most of your solo efforts in this class. Our last big assignment after this one is collaborative in nature. So do with that information what you will. This is going to require a lot more of your individual effort, and I'm certainly not here to say that collaborating and teamwork is quote unquote easier than working independently. But I guess the challenges are, let's just say they're different. They can be a little less oppressive. But before we get to that point, we have to discuss the research essay, Investigating Technology. And so I hope this assignment fairly speaks for itself. If you happen to go to the Writing Center, either virtually or in person, please bring this assignment with you. It's fairly boilerplate. It looks like a lot of the other College Comp 2 assignments out there in terms of its requirements, its parameters, its evaluation instruments, whatever you want to call it. But of course, I have the technology angle to it that I will get to here in a second. Okay, you have to pass this essay in order to pass College Comp 2. We are simply on this essay. Not only is it baked right into the syllabus and I couldn't change it even if I wanted to, I don't want to because we spend so much time on this assignment that if you weren't able to pull together the disparate elements of it in a barely passing at least way, well then frankly you don't deserve to pass this class. You need to take it again because you are not applying the things I'm trying to get you to apply in your writing. So you want to pass this essay. Oh, you want to pass every essay, of course. In order to do that, at bare minimum, let's talk brass tacks here, 7 full pages of text. It used to be 2 years ago, it was 10 pages, so you're actually getting off a little easier than people that are 2 years older than you, generally speaking. So that's full pages of text. That means your actual writing, not counting the title page, not counting the references or the appendix. Your essay itself needs to be 7 full pages. Okay. We can talk about APA here in a minute. That doesn't count your abstract page, none of that stuff. Your essay itself should be 7 full pages. It's a research essay as indicated in the title. So you will, spoiler alert, you'll include research. So secondary library or internet sources that hopefully you're very familiar with. If you had me last semester, I expect you to be familiar with how to find good sources on the internet or in the library, God forbid. So as many secondary sources as you like, but you have to have at least one piece of your own primary research that you generate for this essay. So can you use your observation essay data from Essay 1? Sure. Can you use your Digital Sabbath, raw data, your log from Essay 2? Absolutely you can. But you also have to generate something completely, what am I trying to say here, related to, directly connected to this task at hand, the subject that you choose to make your essay, your research essay about. So most people, and this is, there are other ways to collect research, but do new observations, you interview people whose work or experience is related to your topic. And this is probably going to be a harsh conversation that I'll have with a few of you about, well, why are you interviewing this person? If you want to interview your best friend because they are on social media, well, that's pretty flimsy, and I'm not going to be very impressed, and I'll probably try to talk you out of it. You need to interview people who are experts. If you need help pointed in that direction, I know lots of people who are good at stuff or who are, they have good experiential learning. And then probably the most popular option is surveys, questionnaires. It says online polls. I would like if you stuck with things like SurveyMonkey or even Google surveys or anything. It really is like not a Twitter survey, a Twitter poll, but we'll see. So a lot of students choose to collect sort of large-scale data. A survey is lots of short questions you give out to lots of people. A questionnaire is longer answers that you give out to fewer people. And then online polls are, depends on how, wide a net you want to cast with that. But of course, I'm here to help with any and all questions related to primary research. So anyway, you have to add up to 7. So if you only do one piece of primary research, well, then you need 6 outside, secondary sources, and then you can do the math from there. If you have 2 primary researches, pieces of primary research, then you need to have 5 secondary, etc. on down the line. What else can I tell you? An idea related to technology that sparks your curiosity, a topic or idea. We can be as flimsy and as loose with our definition of technology as we want. So if you're completely burned out on technology, I appreciate it. I feel you. We are let's say we faculty are heavily encouraged to create thematic units for College Comp 2. My theme is technology, but if there's something you're on fire to write about, we can make technology a very minor component of it and still fulfill the thematic requirements of this class. So you need to find something you're curious about. I'm going to have another screencast about that you'll hopefully check out very soon. Let's see. Once you got to jump in. It's a whole process of getting your research where you want it to be. You need to read up first of all on your subject to make sure that you are up to date with what's going on. If you're going to write on, and I hope you don't, but if you're going to write on like a tried and true subject such as, oh, this paragraph can go. A tried and true subject like cyberbullying. Well, you better be on the cutting edge of what cyberbullying looks like today, this year, right now, this week, instead of, is MySpace a cause of cyberbullying? Like that's not a question a whole lot of people are asking. So you want to be an expert on your subject before you jump into its until you weigh in with your perspective on it. Okay, so I have more to say about this in my week 7 screencast that I'll get into. But asking a good research question is absolutely tantamount to your success with this assignment. You'll use your resources, responsibly with careful attention to in-text citations and endnote bibliographies. You will use APA formatting and citation unless you are an English major, a math major, or a digital design major. Okay, there's so many resources out there on how to build an APA paper. I could generate my own materials on it, and sometimes I do, and if there's a big clamor for it, I will. In terms of what I'm looking for APA, but so much of this stuff is done online. Like you can find templates. There are citation generation, websites that are free and, fairly effective. I mean, heck, Academic Search Complete, the research database that I hope you'll use a lot of, they have a citation generator. You just click on generate citation and there it is. So anyway, more on that and another screencast that you will also need to watch. So your sources, your secondary sources will appear in, oh, this is wrong. Complete sharing, yeah, call independent. Oh, no, that's right, after your bibliography page. Pardon that last 10 seconds there. You will share your raw data, your interview, your survey. That stuff is not going to appear in what's called your references page, that last bibliography page full of your secondary site sources. They will appear in your appendix because that data is not retrievable anywhere else unless like you create a Tumblr or post it online or something, in which case you could share the URL for that and treat it like a straightforward source. But most students choose not to do that. So what else can I tell you outside of what I've already told you? Secondary sources, primary source. Your primary sources will not appear in your references page since they cannot be retrieved anywhere. I already said that, but just in case you weren't listening, if you zoned out, they will appear in your appendix. All right, send me your questions. I hope this document speaks for itself, but if there's anything I can help clear up, please do not be shy. Hit me up. Thanks.